Hello everyone! Today we are going to be learning about living and non-living things. What is a living thing? There are 3 things that living things have to do. Living things have to breathe, eat, and grow. An example of a living thing is your pets. So if you have a cat or a dog at home, they are living things. They breathe, eat, and grow. A dog, for example, grows from a puppy to an adult dog. They change from the time they're born up until they're adults. Another example of a living thing are trees. Trees are living things. They breathe, eat, and grow. They do it very differently than how dogs do it, but they are still a living thing. Another example of a living thing is your family. So your mom, your dad, your brothers or your sisters, even you. You are all living things. You breathe, eat, and grow. You grow from a little baby up to an adult, and you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner just like every other person on this planet. You are all living things. Another example of a living thing is flowers. Flowers breathe, eat, and grow. They do it the same way that trees do it. They are very similar in that aspect, but they are still a living thing just like us. What is a non-living thing? Non-living things are not alive. They do not grow, eat, or breathe. An example of a non-living thing is dirt. Dirt is not a living thing. It does not grow, eat, or breathe. If you go outside and look at the ground, all the dirt and soil you see is not living. It helps living things live, but it itself is not a living thing. Another example of a non-living thing is cars. Cars do not grow, eat, or breathe. They are just a car and they just help people get from place to place. They do not grow from a baby car to an adult car. They stay the same size their entire time. Another example of a non-living thing are your school supplies. So your glue, your scissors, your pens, pencils, paper, crayons, they are all non-living things. They do not grow, and they do not eat, and they definitely do not breathe. Another example of a non-living thing is phones. Phones are not living things. Phones do not grow, eat, or breathe. This also goes for any computer or any Xbox or any PlayStation. They are all non-living things. You tell me. Here, I am going to ask you some questions. You have to tell me whether you think that these objects are living or non-living things. Remember, living things need to breathe, grow, and eat. Is a rock living or non-living? If you said non-living, you are correct. A rock is a non-living thing. It does not breathe, grow, or eat. Is a bird living or non-living? If you said living, you are correct. Birds are a living thing. They grow, breathe, and eat. Birds hatch from their egg and then they grow up to be adult birds. Is a backpack living or non-living? If you said non-living, you are correct. Backpacks do not breathe, grow, or eat. They just help people carry stuff from place to place. Is a water bottle living or non-living? If you said non-living, you are correct. Water bottles are just meant to hold water. They do not change at any point, they do not breathe, and they definitely do not eat. Is a fish living or non-living? If you said living, you are correct. Fish are living things. They breathe, grow, and eat. Fish are similar to birds in the way that they hatch from an egg and grow up to be adult fish. One difference between them is that fish breathe differently than birds do and than we do. Since fish are underwater, they cannot just breathe like us. They have a certain way on how they breathe, and we can discuss that more in class. Is a caterpillar living or non-living? If you said living, you are correct. Caterpillars are living things. They breathe, grow, and eat. A way to remember this is that caterpillars turn into butterflies. So caterpillars grow from caterpillars to butterflies. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our introduction on living and non-living things. In class, we will learn more about living and non-living things. We will separate them into categories and go more in depth in naming the differences between them. Thanks for watching!